输出能力比较突出的英雄，推荐女王这样的英雄。女王、帕克、蓝猫。
我觉得优先可能还是猫系。
猫系，主要是猫系跟这个虚空配合呢，都会显得有点尴尬。像这个蓝猫、紫猫还有火猫，都不是在虚空大期间能够造成非常明显伤害的英雄。就是女王的话呢，就是属于虚空大出之后，我这边有一套非常直观的爆发，可以跟你形成斩杀效果。
对，但是你刚刚说的这英雄，他都比较飘逸的英雄嘛，然后阿斯的阵容控制还是挺足的，就也会受到一方面的影响。
比较怕这个小歪啊，这个小歪这个羊实在是太克了。还有什么英雄？
只要被他羊到一手，应该是可以控到死的。
看一下对面的虚空体系，要不要给自己一个阵容来提一下速？
虚空的话，之前1号位上可能考虑有些会选择骷髅王这种英雄，觉得我有2条命，
也是一种考虑。
对，让你去大一个好了。要不然就是选那种可以带救人的，像黑鸟这局我前面说了不太适合的这局就。小强可能比较限制，
可能是不是在考虑要不要提速？因为老干爹这个阵容的话，他们比较吃大招，
是吃大招。
如果是要提速的话，也可以考虑类似于像把马尔斯提为1，拿一个兽王来进行这个提速，也是可以的。是拿了骷髅王，还是针对大招来选择了一个人。
对。这样的话，中路再来一个稍微灵活一点的英雄。
来一个补一些法系能力的。
10 seconds。
看老干爹怎么定义自己团队当中这个3号位的角色，谁来打3？
他们3号位总归得带点节奏吧？虚空他自己肯定得刷，这个大绕 CD 时间这么久，而且。
颠覆打对线，打这个骷髅王是非常好打的。然后中期的时候小节奏能力也还可以。但有一个比较尴尬的问题，就是老干爹他这个凤凰小强外加虚空能够给队友提供的输出手段相对少一点。3号位上面要既带节奏又带输出的英雄，还要好对线骷髅王。其实我感觉还是蝙蝠，蝙蝠好像也满足刚刚说的上述条件。紫猫，
先选了紫猫，把中路英雄先点出来，可能是担心后面会被ban吗？还是怎么说？不过紫猫它就相对来讲，在这种英雄里面，它的一个逃生技能是比较多的，比较灵活。
他做出 A 仗以后，对这边的小歪跟电源绝手也非常的克嘛。
对。
5 seconds。
看星辰怎么理解啊？不知道会不会是3号位的紫猫呢？
我觉得3号位紫猫不太适合他们队，但之前一直在说老11他的英雄都是冲的比较猛的，就最好不要拿太飘逸的英雄给他玩。
什么英雄都是用来打进攻啊！我从来不考虑我这个大招2段是用来怎么操作，2段全部打伤害。
所以你要考虑一下，就是给他拿那种稍微猛一点、容错率也会偏高一点的英雄，会比较适合他。
星辰是自己考虑办掉了一手兽王，办了一个兽王。
船长被ban，需要拿个跟紫猫对线的英雄。
老干爹先亮，
他们不会换一边这边再来个火猫吧？但是火猫的话也还是有点怕小强哈。
是的。
龙骑士这种本来可以，但龙骑士没了。
觉得影魔还不错，就是星辰这边。
3号位是来了个孽主啊，看肉了吧？
这个团战拉满啊，
肉了吧？
这要是有大数据进去看一眼，一定会有惊喜啊！ 这大老师就喜欢孽主虚空凤凰这样的阵容。
不，但是我发现现在大数据，哪怕你是就很多这种团控的阵容，它前期也给的比较的委婉了
啊，不像在之前那么夸张了。
对对对，现在都是50%几对40%几这样子。
大老师也怕被打脸。
盛唐刺客。
盛唐刺客。也是偏提速啊，这个阵容的话呢，星辰的阵容提速能力还是比较强的。
是，但是我觉得星辰这一局的阵容比起上一局来说，可能还是会更好打一点吧。
哎，更好打。他这个阵容，他的强势期来的非常的早。
是的。
而且5个人的配合程度也比较的高，前排跟法师以及爆发都有。我比较喜欢星辰的阵容。
而且他们的这个推进能力也是比较强的。小歪有大招，盛唐刺客出暗面嘛，
对，
然后
配合上骷髅王的骷髅兵，
对，推起来是挺快的。
这个阵容对比上一局星辰明显提速了。然后老干爹这个阵容的话呢，虚空假面孽主加凤凰小强紫猫，这个阵容的话呢，会有一个感觉就是太过于吃虚空假面大招节奏了。
是。我感觉他们的阵容呢，就是可能还是会稍微偏防守一点，就是打一些小节奏，整体来讲还是会偏防守一点。
没错，然后他这个阵容当中的3个核心，虚空、紫猫外加孽主，都是对于装备需求程度非常高的核心，且依赖的大件，依赖的一般都是一些大件，就是可能比较贵的道具，对他们有比较质变的提升。但不像这边的骷髅王外加盛唐这2个英雄的话，在做出基础装，且盛唐的出装就是一个非常公式化的东西嘛。我拿到暗面跳刀，然后就直接控盾，控完 BKB 一波，很有可能你就被我打死了。那个情况下的话，很有可能这边的老干爹基础装都还没有做齐。那我觉得这场比赛，单从阵容角度来讲，我还是会更喜欢星辰的阵容要多一点。
但是也要看嘛，就是像盛唐刺客，你前面说到的，他要出到跳刀暗灭这种东西，那在他出这种东西的时候，肯定是在野区发育的。然后我们都知道这边有个小强，就看小强跟紫毛前期是不是能够利用自己的一些联动去，让这个盛唐刺客发挥的不是那么的顺利吧。
就一定要让你刷的时候呢，起码是在这个被我干扰的环境下进行刷钱。不然的话，你如果说放盛唐去专心钻野，那他的这个 farm 效率在前15分钟是没有人能够比得过他的。
是的，前期就是靠这个孽主去守塔，然后小强跟紫猫去单找人，看能不能找到一些小节奏。
然后也要看星辰这边其他的几个位置上面一个配合了。他们这局的话呢，点出来这个阵容当中，大哥是一个骷髅王，这个英雄可能也是为了针对对面虚空假面而点出来的一个英雄，能够在这个前排打出非常关键的信息，帮自己的队友将对面的人位置给探出来。
是。骷髅王反正就还是比较公式化的一些 BP 吧，就是看到对面有虚空假面，那么在核心位置上选择就会有这样一个参考。
他这一局的这个双前排确实很扎实，骷髅王外加马尔斯，真的顶。
小强呢是鞋子出门。
双方又是开始前需要捡对面的这个前哨，老奶奶绕了一下后排，
过来想探一下这个位置有没有眼，常规操作。凤凰也是在这等半天了。
哎，你过来探，我就告诉你啊，你这个探是没用的啊，
我在这看着，其实天辉是做了一个河道的高抬眼，因为天辉这个位置的眼太容易被排，你探一下没在这个地方就往上插一点点，所以他索性直接放河道了。
是的，星辰控到了3个赏金神符，这对于他们这场比赛的开局也是非常的舒服。中路紫猫打盛唐，看一下这个对线啊。这个对线应该是盛唐会好打一点。
是的，前期应该说前2、3局的时候，肯定还是紫猫舒服一点吧。
要看这个盛唐的前期弹啊，能弹到几下。波波卡的电炎绝手， 配合这边的陈哥的骷髅王。孽主这个英雄在这个近战对线端来讲还是太强了，他一级的话也是学了自己的光环啊，打成攻击力压制。
像他这样的英雄也就只能喊什么大圣这种来压制一下他了。
一个刺到的一个骷髅王，先打一套补刀最重要。凤凰是反掉了一个视野，
那个也应该是封野了，掉了。看到你拉野，立马过来了，不让拉。
等等，这个网络又出了一点小故障啊。
老玩家现在应该也是没有在基地集合的一个状态
啊，各自在线上，
好像是的
啊。
像茶队就集合了嘛，就不太容易出现这种一个人网络出问题的情况了。
是的。在对线过程当中，前2波兵啊，这个紫猫还是补得非常的顺啊，8-0的一个补刀。然后边路的这个骷髅王面对对方的孽主，现在打成了一个互肥的局面。这个线控的还算是比较好，就是对骷髅王来讲，这个线他还是能够接受。
是的，
在塔前。
目前来讲，中路的紫猫也是小领先一点点，但是等圣堂刺客等级起来，应该就会补起来了。
maybe 压制性打法，先上来给你换状态。下路虚空假面发育的情况跟这边的马尔斯也是不相上下，差不多。3条线上面感觉现在都是以发育为主。
打半天也不太能打得动啊，蓝都打空了，你发现没？
不是，那你不要补刀了。
Fade. Or XXS. He's gone for this build where he gets the bulwark at level 3, so he could just stand up there and start to contest these CS with Chalice.
Chalice, time walks forward. A lot of damage. Because with those fire spirits, you can choose to trade like that.
Yeah.
Before we continue on about that bot lane, Dana, we should have a quick look at the top lane where S-Triple-C and Baboka are. Up against the old 11 on the Underlord, and of course he will have the support of F1, the next assassin. Should be somewhat of an even trade lane. Of course, with the Underlord, it tends to be very hard to get some last hits there. Old 11 has found himself at a nice little lead at 15-7.
Not even just that, the experience as well is about half a level ahead. Which is always handy to have. A slightly larger creep wave pushing into them, so you would think it's going to push a bit closer towards the Radiant side of the map.
A brief look at mid lane again. Somnus forced to salve up for a second time. He's still leading in terms of last hits, but he's just having a difficult time up against this DA who's harassing him out of the lane quite a lot. Power runes gonna spawn. Both race to the top rune. Nice little bot strike, 8th remnant, and it's not even gonna be top. It's down bot. Fade will take it. It's a double damage.
He wants to try and commit with this. A double damage Shadow Shaman is nothing to sneeze at.
from FY.
Mars.
He won't even have it, but he'll go for a smoke. Old 11 actually ends up finding Baboka. And, oh, they're still going to go for this. Wraith Fire Blast will land, but he got the time walk off. They'll go on the Somnus. Arena is there. This will be a huge kill coming out. Okay, the rotation does work out in their favor. As Old 11 now going to be in a bit of trouble. He's going to try and juke this one out, but how? He's such a big boy. Icarus Time going to be there. Now the Sunrain FY. He's sneaking behind, but Fade. He had the vision. He has a sentry on top of the cliff, and there's 5 heroes down here from the side of Aster, but they do find themselves 2 great pickoffs.
Yeah, nicely done by them. They didn't have to extend the Chronosphere. Very important for that team fight, and you can see now Chalice, as these heroes are starting to respawn, happen.
They got X over in the shackles though. On Icarus Time, in fact, he doesn't have it. Old 11 is going to go down. And Chalice looking at Baboka, but looks like he won't get anything out of this chrono. Won't be able to use it. Aster do find the
some good delta splits happening there from Aster, making sure that there wasn't any 2 chrono opportunities.
There it is. Chrono comes out, spear out of the chrono, but Baboka should still die. Now the 8th remnant coming from Somnus. He does catch XXS, and wow, what a step coming out. He connects back onto the triple C, and it looks like this Wraith King will at least lose 1 line, maybe even 2. As they do kill him off. Fade, he has the Serpent Wards. Wraith fight at last, but he does. Okay, Egg also being committed by X, no, but to be fair, but they are going to lose that Wraith King, and now Fade, he avoids the X stun, but Icarus dive forward, and Chalice has the bashes once again.
And I don't know about that. The wards don't hit the Egg, and now you've just given them a ton of farm, you've used a big cooldown. I don't know, you just had to get out.
Did he actually deny one of those Serpent Wards off?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I didn't even think about that. But, I mean, regardless though, your plans, like, it was a complete waste throwing them down in the first place. Not going to pan out very well for the side of Aster. You kind of give that an initial kill on FY and Somnus. It kind of goes back now the way of LGD. So you did find SCCC, Baboka, and Fade. I mean, I thought it was kind of shocking that Aster did want to fight without the armlet up on SCCC here. He can secure the T1, but maybe that secondary team fight wasn't really quite necessary.
Yeah, you knew the Void was in the area just because of the Fire trying to run away, so you can't just be sticking around, especially when they didn't have the vision themselves to be able to take the appropriate team fight.
And now we see a smoke. PSG LGD, they do go through the dire jungle. Now
Armlet finished up. They're having to join up with SCCC because he doesn't have the TP himself, so you got to come to your POS one.
Won't find anything, but FY, he spots out XXS. No sentries around FY. He is perfectly clear to walk around however he wishes. But they won't make the jump. FY will just keep up the vision.
It's the thing, you know, you've got the roaming observer ward in FY that's just giving so much information to the rest of his team, who's playing a bit more passive. You can see Challenge, he's able to farm this jungle because of all this attention that they're giving. And, well, they talk about the vision, but he's done it again. Some really deep wards placed into the jungle, and it was using a smoke. You don't always have to go for the gank with a smoke. It's so viable to get that early vision advantage.
Into Remnant mid lane, Somnus does get caught out, or XXS I should say gets caught out, but they won't be able to really lead up with the Remnant, so Old 11, he'll just start hitting the tower. He's a very tanky Lord right now. Does get Serpent Warded and the Spear and the Cookie. Not a big chain, it will not matter. It will be damage enough, though Somnus may find Fade. In fact, he doesn't, but now the Chronos Chalice, he only found one. But he does secure the kill, to be fair. Chalice now needs a time walk out of that arena, and does Somnus. How do you get out? He doesn't have Astral Step. They do both go down.
Yeah. What we were talking about in the pre-game, you know, it feels like if they're able to execute these team fights effectively, LGD are going to win them. But overall, like if you're just running faces at faces and hoping for the best, that's where Aster's really trying to shine.
Huck Rift coming into that Tier 1. They want to defend this with everything they've got. Icarus Dive and Egg all being dropped. Old 11 immediately hex up, but he does get a huge pit of malice, and now the Impale lands on 2. It'll allow the Egg follow-up. SCCC gonna lose his first life. Can they find him a second time? His team is still by him, but Chalice jumps straight on that Wraith King. They really want this kill. Can they really find him? Well, the rest of his team's kind of just backing out, so yeah, they can, and now Somnus, he just keeps going more aggressive. He wants more.
Yeah.
8th Remnant
effective team. He can do this.
Throws one.
He doesn't do a ton of tower damage himself, so he can be the one that follows up.
XXS runs into the Remnant and gets cookied forward. And if they get a bash, he's dead. But never mind, Somnus has the control. And XXS is now getting, yeah, he's getting bashed to death now. It doesn't feel good.
Just bashes. You ever watch Fist of the North Star when you were a kid? With what's his name? It's I'm not sure if you've seen the meme on YouTube, but it's the guy that's like like that one where he's just spamming the punches. That's what it's like. It's like you're already dead. That meme.
I haven't seen it, but you know what? Just link me later. It sounds pretty funny.
All right, expand your horizons. There we go.
Speaking of expanding horizons, Danog, XXS doesn't have a neutral item.
That's not expanding, that's contracting.
Oh boy, boy, boy. It's not good news. Well, it's still early. It's still early. We'll give him a chance. Tier 2 items are coming up. He's gonna get one. He's right one.
Oh, okay. He's got the Vampire Fangs.
Oh, good.
That's actually a really nice item for him as well. You're able to stand and brawl a lot easier in these team fights. I'm liking it.
As well. Nova. Hang around that dire jungle, just... I guess he feels safe. He's got Icarus Dive, he'll be fine. Just back off in the end. LGD being very passive about their positioning right now. Like, bot lane, they're just hiding in the tree line. Really sticking to their side of the map apart from X-Nova, who's now being completely surrounded. He got Icarus Dive. Can he get out? Sunray TP. Cookie, though, is going to be perfect for Boca with the angles, and they do get the kill in the end.
That's the downside of staying to farm a little bit. You know, he probably would have got away if he didn't have to step and grab up that clumsy net, but it's such a valuable item that you can't be letting it fall into Aster's hands.
And he does make space, right? Because LGD now, they start getting out of their tree line and actually go back into their jungle a little bit. So, not all is lost.
Just being delivered to Old 11, because that is a ton of root if you're able to, yeah, get it all together. So you've got the Pit of Malice, which he's already got 3 points into, sorry. And then you just combo it together with the net as well. If they catch someone like a TA, for example, they are not moving.
It's always good when you get that net right, because usually you'll see these Lords, they get run of ATAS to really get those chain routes off, and well, now you don't need to invest in that. You can just net them and get another Pit of Malice proc going on. Old 11 gonna run through the tree line now, being very sneaky. Flying, that's gonna follow the leader. Poor XXS has no idea what is happening right now, and FY loops in from behind. Chalice, a thermal connect from Somnus. XXS disappears.
There's some of that value. They're trying to get a return kill before they can try and take Roche, but no, they can't find it. They've got to just try and commit. They're giving up the tier 1 tower at the bot lane. They're committing everything here. Mass and wards dropped as well.
This is a pretty nice play. Like, if you can find that Roshan for that tier 1 tower, you're more than happy. If you're Aster right now, LGD, they aren't going to make it in time. It will go down. Aegis will go to the way of trying on the TA, and Aster, I think they're going to be okay.
He'll survive. He's getting much closer to that Desolator. He's got it now, yeah. So Blue Deso before 20 minutes, which means that he's ready to contest these runes if he needs to. They might feel a little anxious about it, considering they don't have the Mass Serpent wards, and it's such a great spell when you can just drop it down where you know the enemy team is going to be contesting at a certain period of time.
So he is. Of course, with this Deso up on Tron, do you just smoke and rotate now as Aster? Like, it feels like this is the timing. Like, they may have a chance to fight right now. Old 11 gets a clumsy down off. They want to go after Baboka. And Aster just not in a position to try and save their support Snapfire. They'll just let him die.
Kill secured by FY as well, and with good reason. He's only 80 gold away from finishing up that Meteor Hammer, so with all that lockdown potential with the Pit of Malice and Clumsy Net, Meteor Hammer's going to come in clutch.
Meteor Hammer was just a meme.
Meme Hammer?
Yeah. You remember that. Like, now it's actually a useful item, but when it first came out, it was just considered absolute garbage.
People trying to make, like, position 4 Invoker, Meteor, Quaswex build work, and I mean, if it came off, it looked really nice, but it very rarely came off.
PSG LGD gonna go now for the bottom tier 2 tower, and they're gonna find it very, very easily. Old 11 is hitting like an absolute truck on that Underlord. Dark Rift time. Jump in, boys. Going down top. FY can walk.
He's the exercise. He hasn't been out today.
I don't know if this is called exercise, man. He gets caught out. Spear. And he is almost certainly just dead. And Chuan, that's a lot of damage coming out with that Meld Strike.
Tanking up that gank, Meteor Hammer. Don't know if they would have seen it if it was revealed. Such a value item to give a Nyx as well, the Philosopher's Stone. Right click is not what you're there for. Downsides really aren't that impactful for you.
And I love the item build up as well from FY. Like, he's going for an Aghanim Scepter after a Ghost Scepter. It may not reach that point of the game, but that Assassin Ags is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, you just need to avoid getting burst down by the team. Are they going to contest this on the bottom side with the Faceless Void? He's got Chrono, he's got BKB, but no, they're going to go for smoke instead.
Let's do it. Fade, S-Triple-C. They should be able to break the smoke. In fact, no, there's going to be a loop around now for LGD. FY going to be out to try and scout this out. And they see S-Triple-C. Now it's going to show himself. Hit a Malice going to be there on XXS. They would love to take the Mars down first, but you want that huge chrono. Someone says, no, let's go right now. Order 11 from BKB, and now the chrono comes out. It's chrono while BKB's up on the Unlord, but who
Nice
cares
Hex.
about that? They do find XXS, and yeah, now the Hex. It doesn't really matter though. Fade does go down, but he will get X Nova at least to trade. Now FY trying to run away. He also drops Arena, but Spear completely whipped. Old 11 still dropping regardless and does go. There's now Challenger gonna get caught out, and looks like he'll be the fourth death, or maybe not. Time walk away, but it's not good enough. They could get the kill.
It's an alright Chronosphere, but it just shows you that strength of the Shadow Charmer. Getting the instant Hex up onto the diving through Phoenix means that all that extra damage doesn't act as the pseudo taunt. You can just completely forget about the heals coming through from X Nova.
And now Aster with a huge opening. They've got a line up that was relatively quick, and that is exactly what they're going to try and do. Fortify will be forced out here. X Nova pulls the creep wave himself.
They're going in deep.
This tier 3. Yeah, they're going. They don't want to wait. Media Hammer coming in on XXS. Somnus going to astral step forward. XXS in a bit of trouble right now. He's burning to that Sun Ray and does eventually die. Somnus will astral step back. Chuan, he's out of mana though. He needs to get out of there as the egg does now pop, and it is going all the way, and nobody's going to be there to hit it. Chuan will lose the Aegis.
Is the Malice going to go? He gets it.
Sunray there as well. Chuan looking forward is going to be enough. It will be, but Icarus dive through too, and yeah, it won't be enough in the end. But Boca, he's pretty low, but it looks like they want to go after SCCC instead on the Raid King, who does get the trade on the X Nova, but he's going to pray not to get bashed right now, and he doesn't. Alice gets extremely unlucky. And he cries.
What the time, but I hope that for LGD's sake, they didn't have Z head available. Stop that.
No, they didn't. They did not. Chalice got left behind. That's not nice.
He's just farming, you know? He's having a great time.
Oh, they didn't want it to come anywhere.
Just
I'd pay for this farm.
It's just insane team fight right now from LGD, the way they're going about it. Syncing everything together perfectly. You might think they're diving a little too far, but they know the level of restraint and play around each other, although Shackles.
Hexed up, Shackles there, SCCC will have the pull-off stun, and now the Morpheus kisses. It is raining now. And I mean, they left him behind to farm, but he does pay for it with his life.
It's not the first Mortimer's kisses we've really seen.
Yes. There,
I mean, it's
there
a
was
good first
one.
use.
There was one. It wasn't really that effective, so I don't know if you'd really consider it. It was the second lead. Mid lane. There is going to be a bit of a loop around here from FY again. Trying to get vision for his team. Baboka. Going to be a nice easy pick-off for them if they do wish to get it. And it looks like FY says, yes, I definitely want it. Media Hammer going to fly out. And, well, they are going to loop around and just secure the kill. FY make it down in the process is Fade with those spider legs getting in range for the Hex. They do get the Nyx Assassin. Now Arena only catching Old 11, and if he just BKBs up, he could run through the Arena. And he does, just to show he can. Aster won't be able to find anything further.
Man, all these supports, and it's clear why. Really love these spider legs. You could see there after getting the pick off and finishing the kill onto FY's Nyx. Just moving up onto the high ground using the there. Has he got the cast range? Well, no, not yet. So not level 15 yet on this Shadow Shaman, but Aether Lens. A ton of work for Fade here. Hero that really does enjoy finishing up all of his abilities before actually going into the talents.
Yep, level 10 talent would be not the greatest options, right? Like 200 health or 10% Bell Amp. Like, it's like whatever. You'd rather just, your skills are so much more value.
The health's alright, especially against something like Void Spirit that's wanting to dive deep onto you. So being able to survive that extra second that might be the difference between getting a Hex off, even if you still die, it enables the rest of your team to make much more of an impact there. And he's got the Blink Dagger as well, so here's another form of initiation of Aster's that actually might get caught off by.
You know, speaking of the Void Spirit, by the way, did we talk about Somnus having an Ags up?
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, he has an.
Quite level 18 though. Just to try and soak up this creep wave as much as he can. Not going to be enough though. When the DD.
Oh my. That is very exciting. Chalice gonna take it, bottle it up for himself. Chalice, XXS getting caught out with the clumsy net as well. He's really locking him down. And he melts.
I mean, he melts. That was a lot of spell being used on him though, when he's completely on his own without being able to pop the pipe. And double damage.
That is true. They'll find the final outer tower, LGD. There'll be a smoke. Somnus will go with both his supports, trying to find somebody else. They know SCCC's around here somewhere. In fact, no, SCCC did TP out. Instead, they're going to go up top. They find Fade, that Shadow Shaman. We also see a TP back to Chalice to defend that top tier 2 tower. And, well, this smoke's actually going to lead to nothing. They won't actually find a hero. Best they can do is take an outpost.
Tell Chalice really loves this. He's like, you're doing great, lads. Keep scouting them out. I'm just going to farm.
Classic Bosma. Picks up the Maelstrom now. He wants a butterfly up next, and I guess once that butterfly is up, the damage output really starts to go a little bit insane. You do have the Silver Edge now in SCCC, however. So I've got to say, it's a pretty interesting item to try and go for. I guess for the Underlord? Is that what he's gotten that for?
Seems reasonable to me. I mean, just to be able to stop a lot of what Nova's trying to do as well in making his team survive. Void as well, it cuts his regen. The jump. Well.
Smoke rotation.
Really?
We'll see. Sentry Ward has been dropped. He runs back in. This could be dangerous. He does have his ultimate available as well as a BKB. And does pop the BKB, but he's getting bashed by Chalice again. Serpent wants to be dropped on the stairs. SCCC so close to dying, but he will not die. Chalice drops the chrono. He just love taking down XXS. Remnants there as well. Now with that chrono down, maybe you just go for the fight. Still, you are missing a Mars, but they're going on Old 11. The poor Underlord will get bursted down eventually. Now the egg to drop. It is going to be able to pop all the ways. Nobody's attacking it. Juan, he will be able to get Chalice, however. The 3-man stun from the egg, but can you find anyone out of that? The Pit of Malice comes in, and now with the Sun Ray, they burn down. And SCCC should definitely die a second time. They did buy back on the TA, and in fact, he'll turn around. X-Nova, he will lose his life, and that buyback on the TA will save SCCC from dying that second time.
How often is it that you tier 1 Dota like this and they just don't have a... I didn't even realize Chio's just sitting there in the Roche pit.
Just quietly. Killing him. Oh, 11, no. Not now, 11. Oh, he pops the BKB. Dieback, BKB wasted. And a Roshan.
With cheese.
Cheese is good. You go for a snipe here? Somnus, he's thinking about it.
I wonder if they're going to notice this on Aster's side. Sorry, LG's side. Hasn't gone for the no mana cost or level 20 talent on FC.
Oh. I suppose he could afford to do this? 900 mana pool, there's no diffusal.
Yeah, but could that lead them to maybe start building into it? They don't really have the heroes for it, I suppose. But maybe just saying, Nick, make sure you focus on the Wraith King.
That might be the way to go. But will they know? That's a completely different question in and of its own. Aster may not give them a chance. They are starting to force down the last outer tower for LGD now. And that'll be that mid-tier 2 going down. And suddenly Aster back to the driver's seat, and that net worth graph has been really up and down this game. In fact, we should have a look at the win probability as well. And that has also been very up and down. Currently 63% the way of Aster.
Just thinking, double Shiva's Guard right now on LGD, on both the Phoenix and the Void Spirit. Like is that deliberate?
I mean, surely not. It doesn't seem like you're getting much value out of that, but I guess you could slow them for a very long time. The active isn't that great, is it?
I mean, a lot of their damage is based around being able to hold Aster in one position. Obviously, the Firestorm is something that scales really well going into the late game with its percentage-based damage. Same thing with the Phoenix, the Sunday. Be surprised if X-Nova's right up towards the top in terms of damage done. It's a heavy commitment, that's for sure.
I agree. Aster, they are going to move in now.
One.
There is one. So they are going to fight into this new Shiva's Guard of X-Nova. Or maybe they won't. Like, the smoke doesn't look like it's going to really lead to anything. SCCC seems to agree as well. He just starts farming.
How the buyback's looking as well. We support Central except for Chalice.
Chalice being responsible with his money. Taking that up.
Hopping into Dolomite's account.
That brings back some memories. Oh. Do you see XXS as well? He does have a BKB up now on Mars, so a bit more protection for him.
He's taunting me. He's got his neutral item in his backpack. Understandable,
no,
because
he
it decreases the attack speed, so that's fine if you're doing neutrals, but you better not take a team fight with this there.
Very rude of XXS.
Oh, that's super deadly. Going the AC now on SCCC. So this heavy physical damage lineup going to become even more powerful. I thought maybe on Somnus, considering after he finished up that plate mail, might have gone into an AC of their own just for a protection style, but I suppose they're just trying to burst them down. Can't really be playing on the back all that much.
No. Still Aster, they've got to find the team fight. They still haven't really found anyone to pick off, but it looks like they are going to make their way up top where they know Old 11 and Chalice are going to be. This could be huge for Aster. They jump in with Fade. X is there. Dark Rift immediately comes out from Old 11. See you later.
Close call. 5 stars.
5 stars indeed. Chalice, I mean, it does really pay off having the Unlord just wait around, just ensuring you don't die like that.
That's the thing as well. It wasn't like Old 11 was in the trees; he was in the lane. So if he went down, he had no buyback for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that would be a huge problem.
All right, 10 seconds left on this Aegis, and despite that, when Aster start to move forward.
Pretty off timing from Aster. They will find nothing out of this Aegis.
What they will find though is time. Chuan, that creep wave, not wanting to intercept it just yet, going to take the next one, but he's getting very close to his level 25, and that meld bash is really impactful. I don't think you can afford to go the refraction charges just because they're going to get burnt anyway. They've got so many instances of little tiny bits of damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skeletons that are just converging on these poor golems.
It's a very balanced ability, these Wraith King skeletons. I love that they're automated as well, so they just go farm the jungle for you. Like, you don't even have to move them.
Now they just march down the mid lane to their death.
Off we go, boys. Gotta die sometime. FY.
Look at him, he's panicking a little bit. What do I do?
LGD, could they go for a team fight? Aegis isn't up. They definitely the other chrono available as well as the egg. And Butterfly is now up, but Chalice has not saved for buyback.
Here we go. Ultimate dash.
They jump in.
Roundabout.
Hit him nutless. It's a huge kill on the SCCC, but that's only one line. Range by Blast flying out. Now Chalice pops the BKB, goes for the chrono. He just wants to secure this kill straight away. Still no egg being thrown out, but does finally come out. Now Cheese being eaten by SCCC, and they do focus down the egg. With all these BKBs, they couldn't stop it from happening. Dark Rip from Old 11, but who you take with you?
Oh,
He'll cancel it off the last second. They really want that kill in the Raging, and they do find it. But Chalice, he's been next up. He can't afford to die like this. How do they get it up? They will time walk for now. As Twan, he's in trouble. He does get cookied forward, but he's still going down, and he will die. Chalice comes back in, healing up with that Mask of Madness. He'll find Fade. He'll find the Boca on the Snapfire, and he does go down as XXS the last man standing, but not for long. And LGD just continually take these team fights that give you a mini heart attack when you see the health bars of their players, but they always seem to come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that egg, it's like a pseudo taunt. You just force the entire enemy team to pop their BKBs, to focus it, and then suddenly, what have they got to contest a lot of this damage that's coming out, particularly from the Underlord? But Somnus, his impact can't be discounted as well.
Definitely can't. The wait up fought, the whip their own creeps, and now it forks out the buyback from SCCC and XX. But that won't be enough. Chalice, oh, here it is, the repair kit. Of course it comes out.
Ooh. So he's gone the backtrack as well on this Faceless Void, so thinking luck's going to be on his side this game.
Ah, good old Dota 1 days.
I mean, how much percentage now is there on this Void? He's got the backtrack, he's got the bash, he's got the Maelstrom, he's got the evasion on the Butterfly.
That is a lot of, he's basically a walking casino right now. Chalice is, he's just, will the house win this time though? Like that's the real question here. Chalice is the house. Somnus as well, definitely gonna win by finding that double damage to bottle up, but did he not find it? No, he didn't pick it up.
11 is really deep. He was just farming the skeletons pretty close to where all these Aster heroes are bunched up, but punishing it, maybe feeling a little afraid, saying surely he can't be this silly.
It's just, he's a tank guy, he just doesn't care. Even if you did find him, like, worst case scenario, he BKBs and TPs out with Dark Rift, right? And, oh, got the Aghanim Scepter. That's cool.
So that Atrophy Aura really doing the Void. A lot of work.
Yeah. So half his damage, right? Half his
Atrophiness. Ag Scepter sitting on Roshan. Korea blown up by SCCC.
nuts.
Oh, they're on the retreat.
GD, they wanted to take that team fight. Who do you give the axe to? If you're
Depends who
LGD,
gets it. Yeah.
maybe FY.
Yeah, it's alright.
He's pretty close though to his own axe. Maybe X Nova.
I mean, it's not terrible on this Void either. Zip through team fights and get all those massive bashes off.
I forgot that's what it does for the Void now. It's a real silly ability, that Aghanim Scepter in the Void. They will get started on the Roshan. Aster, they need to try and come and counter this. They definitely can't allow this to go down. Remnant gonna come on to SCCC, and again they will get started. Circle walls have been dropped by Fade, but you've already lost one life. You to jump in, Chrono, but X-Nova. That's not the greatest Icarus dive, and now they start to melt. Chalice and X-Nova both die. Old 11 asking where his passengers went. They're gone. The runner. Now Aster will try and clean up this Roshan, but FY, he's going to slow this down with a Meteor Hammer, but it won't be enough. No one's picked up the Aegis yet.
If he had a Blink Dagger, he probably would have gone for that, considering he had the Vital Eggs.
Oh, I think he may have gone for it if the Spider Legs were just off cooldown. Just didn't have them available at the time. And bit unfortunate, but great play from Aster. And I say great play from Aster, but it looks like X-Nova kind of just screwed up his dive.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe just not realizing that the Chrono was going to come then. If you're mid-dive, there's not really too much you can do about it. Alright, so we've got an Axe Scepter on the Wraith King.
Oh, so now, yeah, right. So now your whole team respawns basically as a ghost, right? As a wraith after you die. Fantastic.
7 seconds, then. If you're a TA, you don't mind that. You're still doing a decent amount of damage.
100%. That's going to be really frustrating to deal with if you're LGD.
I don't know what the interaction actually is with the Wraith King Ags and the Aegis. Like, do you get it twice after you die each time?
Surely not.
I mean, you could.
Anyway.
Well, when you think about it, right, the Wraith King AoE Wrathfire Blast on death happens each time with Aegis, with your own ultimate. So maybe this does as well.
Well, unfortunately for us, SCCC didn't take the A, but I guess we'll find out which one anyway.
Yeah.
If it does proc, which is, it just sounds so silly, but would be very nice if that was the case. Still, LGD now find themselves on the back foot, just hiding in their base. They have Chrono up in 25 seconds. But I have a feeling they're just going to wait on the high ground and try to just engage on Aster when they try to make this push happen.
Tell X-Nova's feeling a little antsy. Wants that level 18 so that he's not getting quickly burst down whenever he pops that egg.
Is important.
Or you have to be so mindful of your positioning though against a Snapfire. It's like a ton of attacks just straight into it, and there's not really too much you can do about it.
Still, Aster, they're taking the time. Like, they're just controlling the map for now. I suppose SCCC is not really that big in terms of, well, it kind of isn't, but he's got a space to grow, somewhat.
I mean, there's nothing really that LGD can do right now. If you have a look at each team's vision, they've got one high ground spot from LGD. But as for Aster, they've got vision all around, so they're just going to snare up the bounty runes. They know that they're corralled in the base. All they need to be mindful of are these smokes that are coming through. So you'll probably see these Aster supports maybe staying around these high ground, like the top of the stairs, those sorts of areas, to try and get away in case they were to go for some sort of offensive play on LGD.
LGD has left the base now, and well, Somnus, he's sitting underneath one of those observer boards you talked about. Mid lane, hit a Malice, gonna be there on XXS, but a smoke from Aster. This could be a huge kill for them as they get their hex up on Somnus, right underneath the ward. Now the Silence as well, he's in big trouble, he's dead. 11, gonna get the Dark Rift off. Challenge just gonna be forced to try and run by himself. Pops his own BKB. TP's away, but they got their hex in time. It was only a 5-second BKB charge. Challenge has buyback. Does not.
That's the thing as well, you need to be so careful about, you know, you might think, oh, just BKB TP away, but you've got that meld bash now, so if Chian's anywhere close to the relative area, just done for.
Aster. The ball is finally in their court. They look towards
the DD.
That. Oh, they've got a DD as well, do they? Oh, they do.
Isn't that nice?
It is.
Kind of wasted repair kit in mid as well, considering they can just rotate down to this bottom side. They might even just go top now, dodge it as much as they can.
Aster? Yeah, they are. They're or maybe not. What's the
At least keeping the pressure up here by Baboka. Making those siege wagons start hitting into it. This is the play.
Very hard positioning here for LGD. Like, do you buy back on the Void? Just let it go down and wait for Somnus. Well, Somnus needs 15 seconds, so there's the buyback coming out. Sunray is there to make sure that FY stays alive.
Aegis is gone as well.
Axe is finished on FY, so he does have the burrow available, and he's trying to move forward. See, trying to pick off and punish for this Rax being taken. X success.
It's that buyback though, so to be going up onto that high ground, even with the spike carapace being popped, it's a risky proposition.
Right now, they take a nice arcane rune on Fade. They're gonna start moving in again. They want to go for another team fight.
I think this is it. This is the one that's going to decide the game.
Aster, the low ground right now. We haven't seen too big of a chrono this game. Chalice, if he could land a huge chrono, could make all the difference right now in XXS. Thinking about running up, but FY is waiting. Does come out of the burrow. Burrows again, but they saw him doing it. Aetherman is there in XXS. He does spear the burrow, but here we go. They jump in. Egg has been dropped. FY dies. Can they find the egg in time? SCCC trying to go for it, but the Aetherman will cancel him off. He can't more. XXS meanwhile barely surviving with the cheats. He does just eat it straight away, and now LG, they're falling apart. They have the abilities any longer. Still trying. They're going to buy back SCP on all their heroes, but Chalice doesn't have one. Now Fade getting Somnus with those shackles. They have the stuns to come out from Aster. Somnus, how do you get out of this? He does dissimulate for now. Astral Step is very nice. Old 11 meanwhile does find Fade. He'll buy back immediately. XXS still trying to chase down Somnus. Fade meanwhile looping around from the outpost, does get on top of it, does get stuck, but great position with that vision. He should be able to just take down Somnus, and they do. No buyback available on either core. This game appears to be over. I don't see how you could possibly defend now as LGD.
Yeah, maybe just seeing if they're going to go straight throne, and it should be GG called. Yeah.
There it is. It's Aster. They do pull off the second game victory. And luckily for us, that does force it to game number 3.
That's what we like to see, boy. It's dead on as well. Good timing.
We had